impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The Browns had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough. Sticks. On first down, Watson swings this out for Hunt. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here comes Grant on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Watson on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
the middle. It's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Chubb running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. It's David Ajabo there for the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. To throw is Watson.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Again, it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. To throw is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 49 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
faking the give. Now Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Watson looks to throw again. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
Now it's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Watson off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Past the 20.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and somehow.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devontae Adams, 54 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get...
This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay from 13 yards out. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Watson. They'll roll it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So,
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Ravens 34, Browns 10. Justin Tucker, the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
From the 41, Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
You see him?
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. The Browns drive about to get started. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On a quick.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning. They were being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.